Probably nobody's watching this. Well, I know nobody's watching this because it's private. Unlisted, rather. This is a test with iOS on an iPad without Stage Manager running. Streaming to YouTube. I'm seeing if let's see that it's on YouTube. Videos unlisted. Paste. Let's go to YouTube Studio. Content, visibility, unlisted, so I'm not, let's see, let's go live. 10 minutes. Interesting. Well, the test that we'll do is we'll go out of this. Streaming to YouTube still. It says still streaming to YouTube. This is maddening. Share. Zero to 2161. Okay. Live. Is there not a thing? Let's stay connected. Google Pixel 9 XL switch cameras while recording video. Google Pixel switch cameras front and back while recording video. You cannot switch between front and rear while recording video. Okay. That answers that question. Hey guys, Josh with Link Spider. So this is a bizarre test. Robots running down in the shop, which is where the video studio is, and it's really loud. So I'm up here in my kitchen, and I've got all my gear up. It's kind of a mess. But so here's what we're testing tonight. So there's been a lot of discussion about use Mevo, don't use Mevo, use cellular, use Wi-Fi, use hotspot. Why do we recommend that you use a dedicated hotspot for a Mevo camera? Here's why. And it mostly centers around iOS. What I've got my camera pointed at right here, this is an iPad M4. We are running the Mevo multicam, we're running the Mevo single cam app, and we're interfaced with a Mevo core. Okay? And there are people that are saying, I don't understand what you guys are having problems with because it doesn't disconnect on me. I'm not calling anybody out, but here's what I do believe to be true. iOS has security precautions that prevent background utilities from running, for the most part. And therefore, if you have the Mevo app running on the front screen, and let's say you were trying to do some scoring app, and typically this is an issue when you're using an iPhone. I don't have an iPhone in front of me right now. My wife has an iPhone, she's on it. So we're trying to do the best with what we got. This is an iPad M4 running the single cam app. If, say, you were using Game Changer or Sideline and you wanted to score on this, you can't. With iOS, you can't. And here's why. Here's what will happen. And this is the stream, if there's a little bit of a delay, the stream that's on YouTube right now. To reconnect, it says slow. But that's actually not it. But it does reconnect, and as you can tell from the live view, we picked back up. Now, GC and Sideline and Athletes Go Live and all that kind of stuff may be different, and so there's a very good possibility that when you try to do this, you're going to lose your stream. There's a way to get around this with iOS, and that's to use a utility called Stage Manager. And I'm going to close this multicam app, and it's there. Multicam app, and it's there. And eventually, the live stream takes off again. Now, you can tell what we've got going on here now. It's kind of a window, and we've got access to other stuff. And it's asking us, hey, what else do you want on here? So let's say you had GC or Sideline. I don't have that on this tablet. It would come up, but I'm just going to click on this. Is click on this guy. Well, I guess maybe I should have tested this. I didn't though. That's fine. Another window. Hey guys, Josh with Spider. So this is sort of a non-traditional video. The robot is running down in the shop, and that's desk collector's really loud. The studio's down there, so I can't record video down there, but I really wanted to get this out. This time of year, folks are starting to live stream baseball and softball games, tennis, that sort of thing, and they're using scoring apps like Game Changer, Sideline. And there's a lot of controversy about what you can and cannot do, and it's typically device dependent. It's typically connection dependent. And the most restrictive way to stream, to connect to your camera, is using iOS. I don't have an iPhone readily available. That's the most restrictive because there's not a whole lot of way around it. But we have an iPad M4 that we are connected the single cam app to the Mevo core. And then we're using a Pixel tablet to view the stream on YouTube. That'll let us know when the stream kind of comes and goes. Sorry for the reflection. The camera it's reflective, so we're getting some masking here. In any event, what I want to show you is that people are saying, I'm losing my connection. Why am I losing my connection? And then there are other folks that are saying, I don't understand why you're losing your connection on your iPhone because I don't have that problem. I think I can tell you why. So on this iPad, I have Wi-Fi turned off. It has a 5G card in it, and I am connected to the Mevo core using cellular service, not Wi-Fi. Those are two distinct different connections. Okay. So what will happen, and this is because of iOS's security, they do not allow background tasks. So on this iPad, I can 3-finger and make this application go in the background. It's technically not closed because it's still running in memory. And open up another utility, say I wanted to stream or wanted to score with GC, or I wanted to score with Sideline. What it's going to do is it's going to break the stream. It may not break it to a point where it stopped, but as soon as the buffer on the main screen is gone, it's going to stop the pause. It's going to stop, so that your folks watching from home are just going to see a circle. So let's test that now. So I'm going to 3-finger up. And YouTube is very friendly to poor internet. But you'll see it now. It says that we're streaming to YouTube, and if I go back over here, I'm streaming again. So it didn't lose the connection. That's not to say that that's going to happen every time. That's not to, being able to pick it back up. And that's not to say that GC and Sideline do the same thing. It's very possible that once that app is no longer in the foreground, it may not be streaming anymore. You may have to physically reconnect it. You may not be able to just load it back up. Now on the iPhone, I don't believe there's an option to get around it other than if you stream to a Wi-Fi signal. So when you connect your Mevo using the single cam app, when you start, it says, do you want to use cellular? Or do you want to use Wi-Fi? If you use Wi-Fi and you connect to a Wi-Fi signal, either to a dedicated hotspot, open air Wi-Fi, or I believe, and I don't have the ability to test this right now, the hotspot on your iPad, because that's a Wi-Fi signal that does work in the background. I believe you can put this in the background, load your scoring app up front, and it'll still stream. But with the tablet, you have an option, and I believe this is M2 and above. I'm an Android guy, not an Apple guy. So you Apple gurus may have to correct me. But I am going to have to slide this out of the way. Resumed. It should eventually go away. But if you're there, it finally went. And so when your folks say it disconnected, that's what you're talking about. The stream has dropped. When you're in the middle of a scoring game and you're scoring along, the score is going to update, but the video is going to stop because the encoder's been broken. All right, so back to Stage Manager. You can see over here on the left side. All right, so back to Stage Manager. You can see over here on the left side, I've got options that I can add to an app. I believe that the Mevo multicam, Mevo single cam app. And now, because I've done that, I've added these to Stage Manager. I can now flip-flop over here, and you can tell Stage Manager is still running. Excuse me, the Mevo single cam app is still running. Stage Manager is still running. Excuse me, the Mevo single cam app is still running behind here, and therefore my video is not broken. Okay. and then that'll allow you to sort of flip-flop back and forth. Or it'll allow you to use the GC app, and you're still streaming in the background. And that's kind of handy, because then you can come back over here and you can zoom in a little bit and change zoom in a little bit and change that and go back if you wanted to do that. Like if it was between a game and you wanted to sort of, or between an inning and you wanted to sort of center on the mound or something like that. And then, you're done doing your pre-inning setup and you come back over here and then you zoom it back out. So iOS on cellular has this issue. Android does not have this issue. Android has some issues, and we'll talk about that on another day. But Android doesn't have that issue. Android allows you to put the application in the background, and as long as your system is not being overloaded, it will continue to stream while you score in the foreground. Whether you're on cellular, whether you're on Wi-Fi, it does not matter. iOS, if you are on cellular and you're not using Stage Manager on an iPad, you cannot put either the Mevo single cam app or the multicam app in the background while you are streaming on that device. It will break the stream. It's not Mevo's fault. It's not really anybody's fault, other than it's a security protocol that Apple has put in place on their devices. All right, I hope that clears some things. Hope it keeps you from losing a stream. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Josh at LinkSpider. We'll see you. Hey guys, Josh with LinkSpider. So this is sort of desk collector's really loud. The studio's down there, so I can't record video down there, but I really wanted to get this out. This time of year, folks are starting to live stream baseball and softball.